Hey folks, let's learn a little bit more about the oil and gas industry. All right, today's show was really pushed out to me by a bunch of client meetings we've had in the last couple months, predominantly with aerospace and DOT companies that simply just do not understand the differences between doing business in the oil and gas vertical and other markets. So I thought we'd talk a little bit about what the main differences are. So one of the main differences, quite frankly, is the oil and gas industry is very profitable, with some of the segments hitting close to 40% final adjusted profit ratio. Now you may say, Mark, so what? They make money. Well, it drives the business culture. So things like operational efficiency is not as important to the oil and gas industry as opposed to something like big box retail. If you go to Walmart and say and tell them you can save 3 or 4%, they're all over that. If you go to Halliburton and say you can save 3 or 4%, they don't care. Why? Because their margins are so healthy. It also allows them to have a very fat organizational structure with a lot of layers of management, some of which are retired in place. What does that mean to you if you're trying to sell into the oil and gas industry? It means that it's hard. It means that instead of quickly getting to the people that you need to get to, it may take months or years to get the right people, and there'll be multiple decision makers. And so that's something you need to understand. Navigating the oil and gas industry is very hard, and it's almost impossible for somebody from the outside. Another thing about the industry is risk is a common business metric. Think about it. Think about what they do. Drilling through thousands of feet of stone, rock, water, sometimes through at the bottom of the ocean, very hostile environments, high pressure, high temperature. You have the geopolitical risk for doing business in other countries. So risk is something they think of constantly, as opposed to other verticals that really don't consider it as one of their business drivers. So what does that mean to you? It means that risk is something that they use to make decisions. So if they have some old software that's been in place for 10 years and you have a newer version that's better, they're thinking about the risk of moving to your better version, not about the benefits that you bring with the newer version of software. So once again, you have to understand that when you're thinking about your strategy to penetrate the oil and gas vertical. Another thing to understand is it's truly global. So let's say you're talking to a business unit of Shell. That decision-making team, 3 or 4 may be in the US, a couple will be in the UK, one's liable to be in Brazil, and that one guy in Brazil is Brazilian. He's not, English. The guys in the UK are from the UK. The guys in the US are from the US. So being able to work within those cultural boundaries is something that's vital if you're trying to sell your product or service in oil and gas. And then finally, the oil and gas industry is old-fashioned. And that drives a lot of challenges for companies that are used to having swift sales cycles. In the oil and gas industry, it's about the relationship with the people. It's about, do you do good business? It's stuff that the rest of the world has kind of left behind 10 or 12 years ago. And a lot of companies I see struggle with understanding that. So hopefully this helps. If we can help you in any way, please reach out.